know they taking notice. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Green 18. I got you. I got you. 10-30.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And then with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go, Mike. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Loco over here. Check. Jim.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And again, it's Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Check. Staying open. Bravo.
Rodgers to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Lions have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Johnson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Hey, check. Pin.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
He's checking.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Middle. Watch out. Hey, fly low.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
258. Go to the mic. Go to the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Jump out. Let's go. Hey.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Lions.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 3. Check 70.
Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 8. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
A About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Let's go. Watch tight end. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Evans has it left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go, get off the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. Again, it's Johnson. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35.
And it brings up third down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Check, check. Lucky. Knee rush.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Back north. Got 3 down. Back north. Check. Plant. You got motion, man. You got motion. Hey, Haywood. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Right. He's telling the right. Hey, White. Got four down. He's crashing. He's trying.
After the interception, here's Stanford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Easy. Check 50, check 50. Hey, 88. Hey, Zoo.
To throw again. Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Box it. Put it 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here I come. Inside. 26.
Rodgers again now. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Mike 40. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Look at him.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All day, dog. And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. So don't say
Now on 2nd and 16, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
58's the mic. Hey, right now. You got 58. Check 9.
Here's Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Jump out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jared Davis in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Hey, check 26. Ford is Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Devon Kennard. His 2nd sack of the night. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one rips, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack.
We better not. Banjo. Back north. Banjo. Ford is the mic. Squeeze. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, Delta. D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike's 40.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, his throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check 30. Plant. Mike's 40. Here we go. Hey, 88. Flip again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Strong right. High left. 3 down. Out. Switch. Get up.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
53. Ready.
Stafford now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Stafford now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
At the 21-yard line.
Lady! I'm coming after you. Middle. Check hot. Mike 35. Check right.
They go to Johnson again. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with time running out. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
58, come on. 58, come on. You gonna see me in your night. All right. You gonna see me in your night.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Lions, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go.